Scatter Report, episode 368. We made them all, but we didn't post them. So, yeah. All right.
That didn't work.
Oh,
I know. We just screwed up the intro. Whatever. We're back. I hope it's recording. It better be. Russell Stelzer,
Yep.
twin of the world.
Twin of the world. Yeah, well,
Alex
I'm
locked
sorry.
in.
My twin, Josh, had to run.
Yeah, he
so
couldn't come.
He couldn't.
He was
couldn't
here.
make the podcast. He was here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Post a picture.
I think he got clapped, so he left.
Yeah.
He's weak.
He's all
All
right.
right. Then we got Alex Logston. I don't know what shirt that is, but it's a shirt.
If anyone,
You don't want to know what it is.
yeah, if anyone knows the old thing,
Yeah.
they'll know what it is. It's kind of a little hidden message.
There's no way you know what it is.
There's no way.
Okay, I don't want to know. Sounds stupid.
It is stupid. It is.
But yeah, so online tournaments. Gen Con, what were the other ones that Alex doesn't want to talk about, but because he didn't play in them?
There was PPG and there was Core.
I played Core.
TCG.
Yeah. How'd
Yeah.
they go? How'd you do? I didn't play.
How'd you do it the earlier?
'Cause I'm lazy as hell. And they were during the day.
Yeah, that was kind of.
And I was like, okay, I can't even do this.
PPG, we got our packs. Actually, I'm still waiting on my packs from PPG. Core, we got top 4. We got those extra champ packs.
Did you get them?
Yeah,
Are
I
they
did get
cool?
them. I pulled hot garbage from them. I pulled literally out of the participation pricing. So the 5 new champ packs, I pulled like the cheapest cards. From the event packs, I pulled like just the green, yellow stuff, and then from the extra champ packs for top 4, which were like the old ones, I pulled like it was like Bardock and like 2 other like just mediocre cards.
Some were still cash though, right?
Bardock is still might be like $20, but like I don't think the other ones were. It was like Android 21 and something else.
Didn't they errata the Bardock or clarification?
Different Bardock.
Yeah, you're thinking
It's too many Bardocks,
It's
dude.
talking about Champ Pack. You're talking about the one drop that plays for one, right?
Yeah, it's the Roshi.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That you can Surge Awaken with.
Never mind then.
You're way off.
Yeah. And then you guys played in Core?
Played the Core event.
How'd you do in that one?
I'm trying to remember what I played. Oh, I played Skillless, I think.
Yeah. You did pretty good, I thought.
I think I started 3-0.
Yeah, you started
I
strong.
think I went 3-0 and then 0-2.
3-0 until
yeah.
you played against Marcus Cantarsi.
Oh, that event. That's what that was.
Clapped.
Dead to rights. Plays a garbage card. And
A
gets
one,
a win.
a one of in his deck too.
For those that don't know, what is the name of that
Garbage.
card?
I don't even read it. It's an extra card out of
there's
second.
There's a 2-drop blue extra card out of the new set that says when you play it, you can remove a marker from your opponent's unison or bounce 3 or less, I believe, to your opponent's hand. It's activate main or battle.
Yep.
And so he played it because the rest of us on the team were playing Vegito, and with Vegito, if you swing with the unison and like combo out on it and give it triple strike, you can play that card to minus a counter, and then it loses its triple strike. So you played it for our team, but it ended up coming up against Alex because you.
Yeah.
The only time in the tournament it came up for
It's
us.
pretty,
Yeah.
it's pretty good against Skillless.
Well, it's basically I bled his hand down to like 3 cards, and I
and
had
he's
this
like-
massive, and I was like, if I don't get game right here, I think I
And
lose.
he's
So
like, yeet.
I'm like, at 1 drop Kid Coup, attack for 100. He's like, tap 2, you lose.
Got him.
Got him.
Then he did a spin in his chair.
Oh
on
yeah, I
the
saw
stream.
that.
Which is, he did the.
I had like
Yes, he was pretty excited. His chat was pretty hyped.
I had
Oh,
like
yeah.
I had
It
like
was good.
3-4 people send me that stupid video like the day after. I was like, get out of here.
You know what's funny is because I 100% know I can see Alex's face like when he's comboing out too. Like Alex has that grin on his face, you know,
like
when
it's
he's
good.
just like
He's just licking his lips.
happy licking it,
Yeah,
and then
that's gross. No one wants to hear that over this.
and then he
headphones,
sees
dude.
2 energy be tapped and that card gets played. I know Alex is like,
It's a trap.
who is that?
What is this? Let me read
What is
this.
this card?
He's like,
like-
oh,
Return.
last scoop.
I think I just left the game.
Over now.
I'm just like
Salty. And then I told Marcus you were off the team because I watched it. That's
Yeah,
what
you
I
watched
said.
me get juiced by a
so-
card that he instantly
Just so you know,
cut.
Marcus, Alex is off the team now.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah, I can't. I forget what else I lost to that event. but-
Kid Coup did really good that tournament. Just
He
in
did.
general, Kano came really high position, I think, right? With
Yeah, and
I think Kano
Kid
got
Coup.
top 8.
Yeah,
yeah. So it
it's
was
cool. It's cool to see it's kind of back.
It's just it's like a really fair deck.
Yeah.
And it's
It
we're in a
always has
format
been.
where don't play fair decks.
I think Kid Ku
You mean a
gets.
game where you don't play fair decks?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
that's
just-
kind of the game.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think Kid Ku is like really, really strong right now, though. Going post anniversary box, I think the 2 cards that Kid Ku got out of the anniversary box.
No. The 2 cards he got were the dinosaur and King Ox King.
What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking
Those are the 2
about?
cards he got, and that's why it's fire.
No, stop,
Stop.
it.
Dinosaur
He's like feet card
and Ox King.
big boy.
That's it. Foil
Do you-
Ox Kings.
You don't even know the
Fire.
cards I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I don't know anything.
So basically, Skillus gets like a mini Obuni for 2 energy.
Oh, that's nice.
So you literally get to play a 2-drop that lets you play 2 vanilla 10Ks from your deck or drop area. And he has a permit that says you can combo with this guy and your vanillas in rest mode.
Ooh,
you can
that's
s-
pretty nasty.
And then the unison boosts all of those cards by 5.
By 5, yeah. And the Unison also can shuffle back 2 vanillas from your drop to draw 2 cards.
You should, yeah.
So you can shuffle them back, draw 2 cards, and then play another 2-drop next turn, bring them both out.
That's gross.
You just melt through Unisons.
That's gross.
That part is pretty cool.
Yeah. I honestly think that could take Kid Ku to possibly tier 1.
Okay,
We'll just have to see. I'm
We'll see.
I'm interested to test it all. I'm excited for it.
cool.
I just think Obuni's such a strong card, and when you're saying the card comes down on turn 2 for just 2 energy that does all that, potentially 3 15k attackers, your Unisons, you know, if you drop to turn 1, you have 4 15k attackers, plus your leader, 5 15k attackers turn 2.
Plus a boost if you're
Turn
flipped.
2.
It sounds juicy. Just
Pretty
saying.
good. That's pretty
Juicy.
Juicy. So,
good.
yeah.
Oh, and he takes a life, so he helps you awaken the 2-drop.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it's everything you needed, basically.
Oh, yeah. That card is monstrous. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
Busted.
So, did you play any Gen Con events? I can't remember what
You
days.
played one, didn't you?
I played in a couple.
Okay, because I was there for the whole time.
Yeah, you played in like all of them.
I played everything. Yeah. Then you didn't play at all.
No.
ET's on a hiatus. That's why he doesn't know nothing.
Well, I was also during the day on a Friday, and then the weekend I went camping.
Oh, that's right.
you
You were,
know,
you
I
were
didn't
gone.
know
Like you can't really play while you're camping. So
Figure it out.
Right? You gotta get those packs, man. Too much value.
did I go camping?
I think you were camping the week before, but whatever.
No, I went for a 1-day thing. I didn't. I stayed the whole day there, but I didn't spend the night.
Yeah.
So I could have played 1 day.
There was way too much value. Not
I
to-
probably should have played 1 day, but I also didn't realize I needed to sign up. I think you told us, but I didn't pay attention.
I did tell everybody
Yeah, you had to literally be like,
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I wasn't. So what are you gonna do?
Cry.
But yeah, how did those go for you? Well, you guys played different decks. So you played Vegito or Zamasu? What was it?
I played Zamasu all 4 days, but I played basically on Thursday. I played a build, then I tweaked it, and then Saturday, Sunday played the same build.
I played a few different decks. I'm missing a lot of cards, so I played like a random Vegito deck that was missing some stuff. I threw Clash Coup together like the night before the last event.
Yep.
Clash Coup is a lot of fun though. That deck is cool.
Your Sunday was fighting teammates and everything else, though. That just wasn't.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
What does that mean?
We played against Landon, then Landon played me the round after, and it was like I just don't know how all of us kept getting paired together. But
It's the curse.
yeah. So, yeah. On Friday I got top 8, and then on Saturday I got top 8, which was pretty cool. And so I love Zamasu. So far.
Baller.
So Zamasu was super strong.
So what's so good about Zamasu? I know I looked at the deck before you played it, and I was like, oh, this looks pretty simple and straightforward.
It's just an
like
efficient leader in what it does.
it didn't seem like it did anything too crazy.
It's just generically good.
It's just like the perfect mid range. And
Mm-hmm.
the fact the leader can go dual attack, it draws on both attacks. You can clear out unisons, get 2 draws just hitting unisons. You get to play Obuni. You get to play the best counter in the game, which is the Trunks card. So you get
Yeah, that
to-
card seems ridiculous.
That card is ridiculous, and the Zeno Unison is ridiculous on its own.
So what's
'cause-
some stupid stuff that happened with the Trunks card? Like what?
Well, it's
did
just-
that like win you any games or?
Well, it's just a fact. Well, basically, the threat of Trunks wins you games as well. So
Uh-huh.
if you can go Obuni, your opponent goes Obuni, you can just use Trunks to get rid of their
stop
tokens.
all their stuff.
They get no tokens, so all they have is just a flat
and
Obuni.
they're-
It's just Trunks is the one counterplay that literally just shuts down entire strategies. Like
Yeah.
if you're playing against green, like green typically has to tap a lot of energy to do anything it wants to do, right? All its plays that are like proactive in finishing the game cost like 4 energy, right? So they tap 4 for Maiden Transformation, 4 for to save a hopeful future, 4 for Super 17. And every single one of those plays, you just reveal Trunks and they end their turn because they tap 4 energy. They can't do anything, you know. And that's why you also run Goku Ape. So like the only thing they can really do that you can't interact with on their turn is like tap for rebrand. But they tap for rebrand, you just like throw down an Ape. On your turn, tap 2 energy, draw 2, swing twice with leader, draw 2 more cards. Now you just like gained all your advantage back, and you're still like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, moving your game forward against them.
Major stifling.
Yeah, you know, against like Cell, any successor deck, you know, like they sack off their guys because they have to sack their guys, then reveal, then you Trunks it back to their hand. Now they tap
then they're
energy,
super screwed.
cleared their board, and they didn't get to play anything. So now their turn just ends.
They're two turns behind basically.
I didn't drop any games to Go Tanks at this event. And it was like, it seemed like every turn they were trying to drop the Bardock Ape, tap 2 to bring it in. I actually just used Trunks to keep that in their hand. They could never Bergamo, or that comes in, taps 2 more. Could never do that, could never progress their board. And it seemed like their board was empty the whole game. And it was just
Easy.
Well, because that's the
it
thing.
was
is
actually pretty easy.
Even if they like stick something, you can just like pop an energy and like get rid of the card, you know?
It's not that big a deal. So they never got sell off. They never got anything off. And it was-
And that's the thing is like as more like locals start to happen and people get more like turret packs, like the turret pack Trunks is also just insanely good against yellow. Like the turret pack Trunks just shuts off Warcry, shuts off Bergamo, shuts off Go Tanks. It just all their attackers get shut off for most of the game.
I didn't have that promo. I wish I did. I was really hoping.
But
I
that
could find
card
it,
is
but
just
yeah.
another card for blue that just says like certain strategies, like yellow just like cheats a lot of guys in, but their energy costs are still high. So like even though you get to cheat it in, if I have Trunks, I just shut off your turn. I tap 1 energy, shut off your turn.
Super good.
Like
I
Seems
hope-
good. So what's that deck weak to? The Zamasu. Like, what was the hardest matchups?
I got, if anyone wants to go back on stream for Saturday or something like that, the second to last round I played against Vegeks. The guy hit the dream and killed me on 2 energy. So like hyper aggro was an issue. But other than that, I really didn't feel any matchup was too difficult or too skewed. But that guy it's not even a game. So he just,
but then again, that's another
goes
thing.
over.
Like if you have the Trunks turret pack card, you
Then
know,
it'll be
it's,
okay.
it's really good because you awaken on 2 energy, so you have the energy open. So on their turn, you get an extra turn because you shut off their next turn.
do you know what the Trunks does?
No, I don't actually.
So basically, it's like a blue topo. If you have a unison card in play on your opponent's turn, you know he is energy is reduced by 2, so then it costs 1. 15k, you play him, and if your opponent can't attack with cards that are greater than their current energy,
That seems good.
but they can pitch right if they want to attack, or they just can't attack.
No, they have to pitch 2.
Yeah, they have to pitch too.
So it's just a topo.
Similar to Topo.
Yeah,
So
so
with
but it's-
energy restriction instead of just super generic.
It just saves you against a lot of decks.
Yeah, that seems good.
I feel like if I would have had that card, maybe I
Yeah.
wouldn't have died. But
Any deck that like tries to cheat guys out early,
Yeah.
just gets shut down, which is most decks. So
that's the game.
it's kind of the most relevant strategies.
So I was going to say hand control was a non-issue at all because, like he was saying, is just you just have apes and you just have
Yeah.
leader double attack and just like hand control was like
Vegito's
Non-existent.
a bad matchup for Zamasu, just because they're both blue decks and they both like run a lot of the same cards, but the biggest difference is just their leaders and the fact that basically Vegito says that every turn when I swing with my unison, like you have to have a negate, because if you don't have a negate, then I'm either going to take away your unison or I'm chunking away at your life and you're losing cards, because all I have to do is tap energy and you have to waste cards in order to defend it while I'm not throwing any cards at my unison.
So eventually you're going to win, basically.
yeah. I think that matchup. I think that Vegito I think has the better matchup in that, but I think that Zamasu has a better field matchup. Than
I agree, and especially in best of 3, just because Zamasu can side into the Tragedy Overgrown package. Because you're a Zamasu leader, you can side in the 5-drop and the 9-drop Zamasu and the field spell. So against decks like Invoker, you literally just ramp until you can play your Zamasu and for 4 energy, play out the Tragedy Overgrown, and then there's literally nothing Invoker can do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, they can't play any battle cards because
Screw that deck.
yeah.
It's juicy.
Boring to play.
So decks like
against.
that is really good against like decks like Sin Shenron.
Also another boring to play against deck. Seem like it.
Super easy. Just the games go a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Zamasu naturally
Nothing
just
like a
has-
draw.
The Monsoon naturally has a good matchup over Sin Shenron because their 9-drops will never stick because you just put those at the bottom of the deck every single time, and they never get to hit 6 energy.
Nope,
Because
that's
every
the-
time they charge the 5th energy, you just play Goku Black 9-drop and take them back down to 3 energy.
Yep, every time. It's pretty
So
juicy.
they never get to use their leader backside ability. They never get to have a 9-drop out. That's why I actually think, like, as powerful as Cell SCR is, I think that the Sin Shenron SCR is the way you have to play the deck now, just because blue is so prevalent. And being able to stick one of those, like, you can drop him earlier because you don't need a board in order to be able to drop this in Shenron SCR. And the fact that blue doesn't have a way to remove him from the board because he can't be removed from the board, he can block a lot of attacks and he can just kind of stall out games. I think that's like
Wait, which secret rare?
the one from the store championships we're getting tomorrow.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
So I think that's the secret rare to go for that deck as of right now in this meta. Cell SCR is definitely the overall like better SCR.
Much
But
better.
for this specific deck in this current meta, I think Sin Shenron SCR is the
the one.
card to go to.
I was gonna say, I was just backtracking this back to the Zamasu deck or whatever, but the MVP of the entire tournament was Android 17.
Yeah.
I ended most of my games.
That
on
card's
that card.
disgusting, dude.
It seemed like it was like I'd go in kind of aggro, and then once I got to 5 energy or close to it, I would just reel it back, wall up, drop 17, and just reset.
Because you just win when that card comes out.
you just
it's like
you can't
oh,
lose. Like
It's Zeno, but you don't get your hand back. Cool.
that's
Yeah.
what?
I played against one of the Hill twins, and it was like unfortunate. I think he had 20 some cards in his hand, and it was just wall up, Trunks' stuff, so you can't board nothing. And
Got
then-
him.
Yeah, then play 17. I went talking to him on the mic. I was like, "This isn't even fair. Play this." And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, that's the thing is like decks. That's another thing is like yellow draws so much. It already has like a disadvantage against blue, but the fact that like you can just let your opponent draw so much, and eventually you're just like, okay,
"Yep." You're like, "Reset." Okay,
Who cares?
use apes. I
Yeah.
reset.
And the fact that it gets rid of their drop
Yep.
too. All the battle cards in their drop go back to deck. So all their rebrands, no Goku apes for you to drop back up.
Nothing.
Like
No,
It's
resets,
crazy.
nothing to back into. So it's disgusting.
That's a good check. Good
It's-
check and balance.
it is a good check. Because there is a check. If we were playing best of 3, there's a check to Android 17.
So what's that?
The Jiren.
Which one?
The
There's
card
like-
that was the silver bullet to go G7. So it's like if your opponent were
Oh,
to shuffle,
that
yeah.
one. Okay,
So
yeah,
basically, if your opponent plays Turning the Tide, they lose their hand. You
Yeah.
keep your hand.
And you draw.
Get wrecked.
So basically, yeah, like in best of 3, Turning the Tide most of the time will come out games 2 and 3. It's really good in a best of 1 and game 1, but Turning the Tide gets real bad games 2 and 3 in a best of 3.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But cheesy.
all those tournaments were best of one, right?
Yeah.
It's a
Unfortunately.
little difficult to tell. Like it seemed like the meta was all over the place. Like there was like a consistent kind of set of decks, but it didn't seem like there was like a dominant one or two that were kind of winning all the tournaments, right?
No, I think it was a pretty even even representation of decks at all the events. Because the meta was super diverse and there was different decks winning every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still the main players. You had, Vajex, Gotenks.
I agree. Like I
Zamasu.
think
Is there any surprises? I mean, Pan got second in one of them. That's kind of cool. It's kind of random.
I would say that's a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
that was a super
It
surprise.
was just kind of out of nowhere. Like no one's really been playing that. So
I think that was my spicy, saw that and I was like, ooh, I
and it
like that.
it wasn't even like a special deck either. It's just like all the red good shit, which is always
Yeah,
what
I mean,
Pan
that-
is.
I would say
anyways,
that's what
but
Pan-
like
I just think that
But,
like especially set 10, I think set 10 was just like an amazing set all around. And I think it definitely promoted a really diverse meta. Obviously in best of 1, you're gonna see more odd decks like top. You're gonna see some outliers just because it is best of 1. So you could have a
yeah, certain
rounds where someone just comes in and cheeses their way through.
Gohan.
That's just like a thing that happens. I think we saw like Ginyu Force and peel off top.
Hell
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, peel off top. Too.
hell yeah.
And so like decks like that are just super hyper aggressive and just
Yeah.
want to like cheese you out.
Did you draw your negates? No, I win. Cool.
That's how one of my Gohan matches went.
That's
okay.
all Gohan matches go.
Yeah. Like I had
Unless you're playing Jiren, it's like
I had like one guy I played against like a peel off and he like plays one of the guys, summons out the other 2, awakens, taps 2, familial bonds, brings out Fearless Pan. I was like, oh my.
Whoops.
familial bonds
Yeah.
Here.
reprint.
And I was like, this is gross.
Yeah, can't get a little gross.
I think he had like a towel on top of that too.
Ugh.
Yeah, this is a pretty gross board.
The new red towel?
Yeah, the one that comes into play when you have 3 dudes.
Free.
Dang.
Card is good.
Gross. So yeah. So that was Gen Con. I was super excited to get my
Yeah.
packs. That's
It's
what I'm
cool.
super excited for. And just get my
So did they do like a ton of Gen Con events like for all the different games, or is it just a Dragon Ball thing?
the only ones I knew of were this. I know Yu-Gi-Oh had like a ton of events, but it was all like Winamat events and stuff like that. Like
Oh, like
so it's,
side event type things.
so it's like 8-man events.
Yeah.
So I think if you wanted to compare like the two games, Dragon Ball definitely had the better pricing, better everything. It was juicy. Other than that, I don't know the other games.
I mean, way better pricing. You spend $22 and you get like
100 plus.
Yeah.
Every time.
easy.
Seems good.
Seems fire. That's why I said you should have.
Well, it's summer. I got stuff to do.
Sure. Free money.
Says the guy that comes in and he's like, "Yeah, I've been doing nothing but binging 7 Deadly Sins."
Hey, like like today and last night. That's
And then we were scrolling through Netflix and you go, "Hey, do you watch a new season of Umbrella Academy?" I was like, "Oh no, not yet."
Yeah.
I was like, "You already binged that?" He's like, "What else do you think I've been doing all summer?" Word for word, he said, "What else do you think I've been doing all summer?"
Hey, it's priorities. It's all okay. It's
Yeah.
all good.
No, I should play more. We're playing tomorrow for the first time. We'll see if it
Yeah, shop
sparks
championship.
my interest.
Shop championship.
All set 10 meta.
Hell yeah,
What
just-
do you think's gonna win?
Me, duh. I just threw all my green cards in a deck and called it a deck. Just
Yeah.
4 of greens.
I'm playing Ginyu.
I'm gonna
Just-
lose hard. So
I'm not.
There's no negates.
I don't even know how to
No,
use it.
there's
Just-
one negate that you lost to in testing.
Yeah,
but-
okay.
It's
Claps.
true.
Zarbon.
If I would have known that was in your deck, it would have been different.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Get
play. Yeah.
got.
What are you gonna play?
Probably since Shenron.
Seems super bully.
Mm-hmm.
Good deck.
I'm gonna scoop if I play you.
Why?
I don't know.
Should be
Because
good.
we're gonna go play Fall Guys.
That's true.
We'll just play Fall Guys. Whoever places
For
higher
anybody
wins.
that has played Fall Guys, comment down below. That game is the new wave.
we all partying up. Let's go.
It's the hotness.
We need 60 Dragon Ball players in that game.
Oh, that would be
At
so
once.
insane. Could you imagine if you just squatted up with 60 Dragon Ball players? Everybody's on Discord just like shouting out shit.
That'd be pure chaos.
That'd be amazing.
2 heats qualifiers. Pricing.
30 West Coast players, 30 East Coast players,
Battle.
0 Midwest players.
Damn. Hater. Hater. They never get respect.
They never get respect.
They never get nothing.
Well,
But yeah. Dead air.
dead air. I mean, it doesn't have to be dead air. I mean, we can talk about anniversary. We can talk.
Oh yeah, what about anniversary box?
I think, well, one, the
Seems
artwork,
good.
the artwork in the anniversary boxes are top
Pretty
notch.
sick.
I think the reprints are like fire.
Oh yeah.
So
all of it looks good. The new cards look cool too.
Yep.
Like that Kid Goku Kamehameha card looks sick.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
That
art.
card is insanely good against Sin Shenron.
Is it?
I'm glad that card's not legal tomorrow.
I was gonna say I don't know what the art style is when they put the Japanese writing and stuff on that. There's a name for it. I can't remember, but I super like when they do that and they put it in the back. Or like we got the playmat at Vegas that had the same writing and stuff on the side. I think that looks super good, like Mutaito and stuff like that.
Yeah.
weeb.
If you have a bad matchup for Sin Shenron, you just side for those Kid Goku negates now.
GG.
Because it's like it's a remote series bomb, but you get to choose the target.
Fire.
You just kill the
So
thing
you
that
just warp.
stops you
They
from-
play the 9-drop, you just warp it. Like, and it's also negate if you need a negate.
Do you know what it does or no?
No.
So you can negate.
I
and
read
then-
it, but I forgot.
and then you can warp 4 cards from your drop and then put it back in your hand.
Ugh.
And then he's saying that you pass turn, then you should use it as remote
Ugh,
series
that's
and turn.
gross.
Yeah, card's pretty sick.
Fire. Fire.
What
AOD
else?
is AOD
Oh
is
yeah,
back
AOD's cool.
in a big way too.
Looks super spicy.
So what's
AOD's
up?
looking
What's up
very
with that
strong.
leader? I haven't really looked into it, but I've seen online people talking about how it's like you don't even play the old secret rare in it, and it's a little different.
It's just because like the old way you played it, you I mean it was synergized with the wish leaders, the old secret rare, because you would wish out the 3-drop boo, grab your 5-drop, tap, evolve over it, and then you would just like union and then go straight into the secret rare, right? But now with the new leader, like in order to bring the secret rare out, you're tapping 6 energy, which
Yeah.
is no one wants to tap
No,
6
that's not
energy
happening.
unless you're blue and you're ramping into it. So like you just spam out a bunch of guys. Like you play the 1-drop Babidi that makes all your guys have no specified cost, lowers their cost by 1. So all your guys are like 1 and 2 drops. And then like, you have a guy that's like a 1-drop negate, 15k attacker. So you negate attack, play him, and then you get to play a 2-drop from your deck. So on your opponent's turn, I just got to play 2 guys out there. You know, there's a counter that's a preemptive strike for like 1 or 2 energy, and then you get to play him out. And so it's just like a bunch of like, I get to like negate your stuff and it's like flood the board and then just like swinging in on you. And since a lot of them are green and yellow, you just play Stealth Seeker Rare and
I like the sound of that.
Just jam that in.
That sounds like
everything.
an old school pan deck, but with different colors.
Does it revolve around the 1-drop, the Bobbity that lowers cost and stuff? Does it revolve around that card?
pretty
really?
much, yeah. I mean, it just makes all your plays super cheap.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like playing close quarters Goku or the Krillin, well, not double shock Krillin, but it blows up barrier cards 2 or less.
I mean, yeah, if you do that, but I mean, he just
Who's
costs,
running that
he
shit?
costs 1.
I mean, I was playing close quarters when Invoker was all the rage. I was playing that card,
But
so
it's better against Invoker because they tap 3 for it. Like I'm
they-
tapping
Yeah.
1 for Bobbity. Like if you want
it's
to blow
much
it
more
up,
expensive.
yeah.
I was just curious if it really revolved around needing.
I mean, they don't. If I'm paying 2 energy for a guy, that's fine. Like
I don't know.
if you pay 2-3 energy to get my guy, then I'm probably just gonna kill you because you
Tapped
wasted
out
a turn to get rid
kill
of my
my
1-drop.
my little guy.
You know?
Go ahead.
Killed my little guy.
And Krillin's probably not gonna pop it because I probably have the counterplay in hand anyways.
You're just like,
Yeah, get that out of here. Little Krillin.
And they also get a new Unison, which is just good in all green decks. It's a Vegeta that costs 4. And he has a auto when you play him, you can discard a card to blow up your opponent's board. I'm pretty sure ignoring barrier.
That seems good.
Yeah.
super fire.
And then he has double strike or crit. I think he might be just crit. But he's double strike crit, and then his +1 is he gets plus 5,000 for the turn. So he's a 25k double strike crit attacker that blows up the board. And then he has a -5 that says your opponent discards 3 cards. So it's just a really good green card in general. Like if you're playing green, you probably throw that like 2
busted.
copies of that card in your deck. But in like AOD, you run like 3 to 4 copies because the leader on the backside lets you play the Unison for 3 energy. So you get to cheat him out a little bit.
it's super good.
Seems good. And that's all in the anniversary box. All those cards.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh,
Those will be coming soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say the leader comes in the pack, so
Yeah.
you have to chase the leader like Toa.
Yeah, it was like the total leader.
Yeah, it's like $100 probably.
It's like 17, right?
It's not that much.
But that's like the biggest archetype to come out of the anniversary. Like most of the new cards were
My
dedicated
anniversary
to
box
AOD.
hasn't really been like archetypes before, right?
No.
It was
Not
like
like this.
Toa was, but none of the card, like a
Yeah.
couple of the cards helped it, but they were just like you use other cards in Toa.
I was gonna say if you're trying to play budget decks and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
so it's
you
like
can you can basically get the 2 anniversary
It's
sets.
like a mega starter deck.
Yeah, and I mean you can almost build the whole deck out of the anniversary cards, which is super
You could buy all the new anniversary cards. Like people are selling them for $30, $40 for a playset of all the new stuff online.
Yep.
So you could, as a budget player, you can get that, build AOD. Like granted, you won't have the secret rares, but you could literally build that deck and go to locals and be
Clap
fine.
cheeks.
Yeah.
it's still good. It's
Clap cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, I'm just putting it out there for budget options and stuff like that.
Because it's
So,
more like if you're going to like locals or playing with friends, like you don't need secret rares, right?
Yeah.
Secret rares are more like if you want to go to a big event
Yeah.
and be competitive, like you can. There might be a player that sneaks into top cut without a secret rare, right? But it's just like secret rares will win you games
they're too good.
when you shouldn't win games, right? There may be 1 or 2 games where it's like, man, if I didn't have the secret rare in hand, I might have just lost, you
Yeah.
know?
exactly
Busted.
boosted.
Boosted and busted.
The new Janemba AOD
yeah.
Unison is pretty good too.
I don't want
No one likes Janemba.
I don't want to hear this.
Mill 4 every turn.
That's so what?
Not off the Unison, I'm just saying, because it makes your opponent draw a card and mill a card.
Yep.
And then your leader swings 2 cards. So you get 4 guaranteed cards that your opponent has to take every turn.
I don't want to see any Janemba on any table ever.
It's disgusting.
I hate
All right, our new duel video, once our cards come in, will be me playing Janemba versus... but it's really cool because I actually think that Unison is really good in Vegito because he has critical. So you can just... Yeah, you just swing with it. You swing with it, tap 2 energy, 25k double or triple strike crit. It's pretty
I
good.
think-
Seems good.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap for all that.
Yep.
Then you play that Bardock off.
Yep.
Value.
Oh, I think that they added life to their hand for the Bardock.
The
Don't
Bardock is only in like red leaders though.
Oh,
Red
is it to their
I
hand? I
think-
thought it was just in a
no,
like,
it's
in a
if
skill.
it's if they
they? Use a skill to add to
Take
the
damage
hand,
with skill, right?
take damage or goes to the drop.
Oh, okay.
So,
So critical triggers it too.
Yeah.
That's right. My bad.
But
that
yeah.
card's good.
So yeah,
What else is going on? I don't know.
we're fingers crossed we get some more online events. I hope they're over Untap.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So they did Untap events, which seemed to go fairly smooth. There were some technical difficulties sometimes.
I don't even think there was really that many technical difficulties.
I think a lot of people had some issues.
I had
with
one,
like server problems. Where
I definitely had.
Yeah,
I definitely had a problem
one.
one round where I just like I gave my opponent the win because we were like playing. My first 2 rounds it was weird because my opponents were like having problems with lag, and then it was like round 3, and I was playing, and then all of a sudden like everything just like died. Like I couldn't play any cards. I was like typing stuff, and we were talking on Discord, so I was like, hey, are you seeing anything I'm typing? He's like, yeah, I see everything. I was like, here, type something to me. Like nothing was popping up in chat, and so like I just gave him the win because I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and like
force a draw when it's
Yeah.
like a technical thing on your end. Yeah.
I had one game when I played against Donald. We couldn't get the cards to play on his screen. It was showing on mine wasn't. I was refreshing Untap. Then our audio on Discord dropped out. It was just awful. That's why we ended up getting a draw. But yeah, because I wasted at least 15
Yeah.
minutes.
But I guess that's the risk you take with doing online.
Otherwise,
And what was they did webcam battles too,
yes,
which I actually a lot of people said they liked it, but you hate it.
I think a majority of the top players will not like it. If that makes sense.
see. I didn't play in any of the webcam events, but I agree. Like webcam just
Like if for some reason
I don't like it.
it just felt extremely exhausting. I tried playing it on the Saturday night and I ended up just getting pushed.
Well, anything past 3 p.m. for you is
It's
past
I
your
also
bedtime,
find it
so-
I find it kind of weird, like just from playing card games for so long. Like, you're so used to sitting in front of your opponent,
Yeah.
like they shuffle their deck, they present it, you get to cut it, but just like seeing your opponent like shuffle their deck and then cut their own deck, it's just
Yeah.
like
A little weird.
Sometimes you don't get to see their face all the time, like
Then
you don't know
realize
what they're
a
looking at.
a magician, and they just cheated you.
Like,
Hardcore.
See, I'm okay. Okay, I should say I'm okay with webcam events if it's stuff like the Gen Con events where it's not really high stakes.
Yeah.
And webcams
It's
are
more
whatever.
about
Like,
participation.
oh yeah, but if
prizes.
you had like a nationals or worlds over webcam, no way.
I think we'd have to figure out how to do it over Octagon or Untap. The
Yeah.
video that guy posted is a little bit concerning about how
What?
he posted a video that like he knew the order of the deck on Untap.
Yeah,
I don't quite know. It only did it with 4 cards, so I'm trying to figure out if
I'm gonna
like,
guess there's something in the because computers cannot do a truly randomized
Correct.
like
It's a
shuffle.
it's a formula.
It's a formula, so it's probably they don't have it
so
randomized enough, and it just does the same set of like.
But my guess or my assumption is that he's only shuffling 4 cards, so there's a certain way to figure out which way 4 cards go.
Yeah,
Versus if you stick 50 cards there and hit shuffle, I would have liked to see if he could put 50 cards in the deck
Yeah.
and then call the cards.
I bet it's something
Then-
like you could take whatever cards in position 1, hit shuffle. I bet you can predict what position that card will be in.
Right.
Yeah.
One will go to
But
37. Or
the moment
blah,
you
blah, blah.
take another card out and like shuffle again,
See,
like someone's got to be
That's what I'm saying. I'd
a
love to.
fucking supercomputer to know what's happening.
I would have
Like-
liked to seen a simulated game of some sort and seeing instead
Yeah.
of just 4 cards.
Like if you shuffle and like you look at your first 6 or whatever, and then you like keep 2 cards and you put those back in there, you took those 2 specific cards out of your deck and shuffle it up. Like how does that mess with things?
So,
Yeah.
but maybe there's a coding thing that you can actually see. I don't know. I hope
Yeah.
they fix it, but I really hope the games are over Untap. It seems so smooth with Discord and all that stuff. It's just super smooth.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
too bad they don't have an online client where it just would do all that stuff for you and you didn't have to
Oh.
think about it. But
If
It would be
Someday,
nice. But I will
someday.
admit, like having like tested quite a bit on Untap leading up to these events just to get used to
works.
it. Like it feels really smooth. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty comfortable with Untap.
once you kind of figure out some of the hotkeys, it gets a lot better.
Yeah, you can ask these guys. I was really not against Untap, but I was very like I wouldn't want to play at all. I didn't want to test online, nothing. And now I'm like, let's fucking jam games.
Yeah. Because now it's like second nature.
Yeah, now it's super easy because I'm used to it. So
And I'm the opposite. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to sit at my computer.
yeah, I have that same issue because
Yeah.
working from home.
Yeah,
But
I'm over it.
I'm over it. So yeah, so
It's okay. Calm down, airport guy
do what? Oh, I forgot he
out
worked at
there
the
getting to
airport.
go outside, and walk around, and get exposed
What
to
are you
diseases.
Talking about, I'm in the front line,
You get to go to work.
risking my
I'm in the
life,
front lines. Front lines right over there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there.
risking my
rotate
life
this
every
table
single
with
day. I put it all on the line so that you people can go where you want to go.
I'm mute.
I'm risking my muscle mass sitting in this fucking
Exactly.
chair
That's it.
all day, wasting
Exactly.
away. Need to hit the gym.
What if?
dude.
We need to hit this.
the
What if
weights.
we go to TOP number 2 in the opening ceremony? Is like, we lost one of our 5-star players today because he caught the Rona working at the airport, so that everybody else could be here today to play this game.
That means I get in, so that's all right.
No. Alex doesn't get to play.
Pieces.
Yeah.
No.
That's hilarious.
Let's just move on. Moving on.
It's okay, bro.
Whatever.
I'll donate you a star.
Then I'll have what one?
Yeah. Trash. Straight garbage.
I could donate you.
2 stars. 1 star. Half a
Yeah,
star.
just 1 star.
You get half a star.
You get
0.5
half.
stars.
That's right.
I could donate.
I'm
you a
going to the
star
2-star
instead of
tournament with the chicken nuggets and fruit roll-ups. So.
Russell's on his way there.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to entice them with the participation prizes.
With
Is
the
a
chicken tendies.
Yeah, chicken tendies and fruit roll-ups.
But I was going to say, honestly, for the TOP2 that was just announced, the kind of the starting details, it's pretty hype.
Oh yeah.
Daylon's putting a lot
Oh, a
into
ton
that.
of work. He said he's like shipping out like hoodies to all of us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I didn't hear any of that. I just saw for first place, he said $5,000.
Yeah, he told
right
everybody
then and there.
invited to like message him, and he's gonna. Oh shit! I was like, what are you?
Was that a bug? We got the windows open.
But
They're
yeah,
trying
he
to
said
get
he's
us.
like message me with your sweatshirt size, and he's like, because I'm making hoodies for like everybody that's going.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
But yeah, no, I just saw all the money. Like, it was at 5,000 for first, 3,000 for
Yeah, it's pretty
second.
cool.
I mean, that's a lot of cash to just drop into the tournament. That's what I was. I mean,
Yeah, it is. No,
I'm
it's
just saying he's
amazing.
putting a lot into it. and
Oh, a ton.
It's really
Yeah.
cool that he wants to do that much for the community. Pretty hype.
No, and like in times like this, to have like somebody that's willing to put together an event like this just so that we can play. I know like there was a lot of people that felt like they were excluded or hurt for being invited, but at the end of the day, like
Hurt.
he's still he's doing what he can
Yeah, he's
to
good.
keep the game going.
Yeah.
Like we all want to compete, and like every other game has canceled competitive game for the entire year. And then, in Dragon Ball, like
It's really the only event that's on the schedule.
Don't
Yeah.
stop.
So-
Never stop.
I just got to get it in that little side tournament.
you do.
Get that in.
The Clout Chasers
You just gotta-
Cups.
Yeah, that's right.
you
Clout
just
Chasers.
Clout Chasers Circuit.
Whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to get in it.
I believe in you.
The 3-star lower trash
That's
tournaments.
right. That's right. A bunch of raccoons in there.
Take Kid Ku to the top.
Who? Kid Coup?
Said no.
I mean, if it's good, I'll play it.
I think Kid Ku is really good.
I'll play Kid Coup.
Well, he said it's going to be in November, so that means Vermilion Bloodline is going to be out. So it's going to be a completely
It's going to
different.
be
It will be.
SS4 Gohan meta.
Maybe. So we'll see. I'm
It's a
excited.
bunch of red-haired dudes. Buff-ass, hairy, red-haired guys.
All I'm saying, so
That's what that
we're getting
set means.
SS4 Gohan. I'm waiting for my SS4 Go 10.
Doesn't happen anywhere for any reason.
Goten is not older than 6 years old ever.
Okay.
Forever.
Okay?
You act like Go 10
Ever.
wouldn't go SS4 by like age 9.
He's never, that's the point. He's never making it to age 9. He's forever tiny,
Oh, God.
unless you go to GT.
I'm just saying they need to sell the rights. Let's get some new writing
Oh my
in there.
God.
Yeah, for real, though.
Just have wacky sets.
Let's kill off Goku. Let's kill off Gohan.
Well, they killed off Goku like 9 times.
let's
He just
kill
keeps
off
coming
let's
back.
kill off Vegeta. Let's kill off Trunks. And just go 10.
Has Vegeta ever died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yeah, I can't remember.
Well, he died. Frieza killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Did he die?
Did he?
Didn't he sacrifice himself in Buu Saga
Yeah,
too?
That too.
He blew himself up.
That's right.
Yeah, okay. My memory's going, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
It's
See
okay.
these? Getting old.
That's what happens when you lose your hair.
I know.
The memory fades with
Shout
it.
out to Fuji with the
Yeah.
bald boys.
Bald boys. He's got like the mini. I said it was like Groot because he still has like the little mini man bun sticking out the top.
I didn't even see it.
You posted the side.
There's the
view of
little
it.
baby Groot on
He
top.
had a little like ponytail on top of it. So I said it was literally like Groot when he like got blown up and then he was just like the twig.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't know. I got nothing.
I was just trying to think of events, stuff like that, but there's really nothing on the radar.
Yeah, it's pretty-
the sets got pushed back a little bit, which is going to help the players out, I think, a little
Yeah.
bit on your
Yeah.
pocketbooks, but at the same time, it's not. It's just kind of like
It's delayed.
you get an extra paycheck or two before
Just
you
like the
pull more
government.
money. That's right. That's right.
We're gonna push it back, but you still have to pay for it
You still owe.
all at once too.
So yeah, that got that got pushed back. TOP. Georgia's waiting to hear what Bandai, how they want to unroll these online tournaments. Or
Yeah.
I think that I don't know. I think Gen Con went really well, and I think that Bandai saw that, and hopefully that TAC Games and stuff puts that message forward.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
we have like an online Nats.
What they need is like an organized online league or something, where it's like every Friday everybody plays or something, kind of like Magic does with Friday Night Magic or something.
You also have to be
But it's
careful
like locals.
because we
But
don't
that's
have
what I
our,
mean. But like a rating system or something where you're like submitting and it's because it's online, it can be easily tracked and everyone's submitting.
I mean,
Like
I guess.
You have to be careful when you because since we don't have like a dedicated like game, like Untap can't handle.
No, it can't handle everybody.
Yeah. So if you have like 128 people for like Gen Con was pushing the boundaries. That's why
Yeah.
people were having like connection issues because there was just so many people playing.
yeah, because Untap's not used to having that many players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I don't know.
who knows? I think it'd be cool to do like if there was like an actual league system where you like got points and that.
Well, I'm hoping that they do Nats. If they do Nats and do it online, it's more like a lot of participation.
Because like they always ask for your BCC ID and stuff.
because it's all sanctioned and they report everything back.
I know that's what I mean. That should be recorded somewhere and like put up on a database
Well, I'm
to
pretty sure.
like track your
I mean-
positionings and your points and wins and like that'd be super cool.
I would assume that your app would reflect the points,
Yeah, exactly.
but
But like
even for
real
these
points,
ones,
not those bullshit points that everyone
on the app.
cheated with.
Oh, the
Well, no,
freaking
those are-
cards
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
You
those
I'm
can't-
were
talking
dumb.
like if
You
you
can't-
get first, you get 5 points.
Yeah.
And that goes towards
mean,
this.
That's how it was. Like it is now.
Yeah.
The cards are gone. Let me scan my points.
Those cards were
Just scan the whole kit. Okay.
you see people getting like 30 points a week. It's like, what the
It was like the first day, and someone had like 100 and some points. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
so many locals you have played in one day.
right?
Good old days.
Tom.
Just remember. Who did we? Oh, Devin.
No, we all boosted me up at one point.
Yeah,
We just kept giving to me.
we slapped all the cards at Devin that one time too.
Young bitch to the top.
Yeah, to the top.
Straight to the top.
That's the only reason he's like, I'm gonna put my name as young bitch.
That's so funny. He always puts that on his fucking deck list too, and no one's ever said it.
Oh yeah, every event, every
his
event.
nickname.
I know.
Yeah, every
What's your
event he writes
BCC?
young bitch on his deck list.
He needs to top. He needs to get on. He needs to be on one of those YouTube breakdown videos where they look at the
No,
deck list.
like because you know how like at like a lot of the events like PPG, they'll scan because they let you
Oh, I
look
know.
at deck
And they
lists.
put 'em up.
They'll
That's what I
scan
mean.
them with it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
That'd be
always.
sick if they just overlook that and on Facebook you see young bitch.
I guarantee you, they look at the name and just throw it on the scanner.
Oh yeah,
That's it. They're just doot done.
They're like, Little
my nickname is Little Russ.
Russ.
Little Russ.
Little Russ.
Open fly gang.
That's your nickname?
Hell yeah.
Mine's Orthos. Yeah. It is a character from a book. It's a fire-breathing old turtle dragon
didn't have to
thing.
share that.
I know.
Deleted.
Whatever, dude. Fucking nerd life.
Fall Guy. That's your new
Fall Guy?
Your fall boy.
Fuck that pigeon, dude.
Fuck that
That guy
pigeon.
grabbed me. All this dude passed me, and I lost.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Get in the game.
If you don't know, go spend $20.
So you take one thing away from this podcast, go download Fall Guy right now. Play
Yeah.
with it.
Big advertisement. Fall Guys sponsor Ultimate
Yeah, wait.
Knockout.
Yeah.
It's like Elite XC, MXC.
Most extreme
Old
elimination
school. Yeah.
challenge. But
One of the best TV shows on Comedy Central ever.
If you like Gang Beasts, it's kind of got that weird movement style.
All right, are we wrapping this up? Is that what we're doing?
yeah, I think
I think we're
spending-
out of talking points. So
Wish there was more to talk about, but I guess
Yeah.
if you have anything we want us to talk about, remember put it in the comments. But
Yeah. Again, like if you want to see my twin on one of these podcasts, you guys have to comment down below. Let's
get them here.
10,000 likes. in my-
yeah, we're gonna need 10,000 likes. There's only 9,000 people that have ever watched the videos, but 10,000 likes, please.
yeah.
Done.
10,000 likes and I'll get my twin on the
And
podcast.
somebody pay a like farm in India.
He will be
to like
sitting
this
he'll be
video.
sitting right across from me. 10,000 likes. You'll see both of us on the camera talking.
All right.
Hashtag Josh. Put it in the
Outro music. Like and subscribe. Sorry we suck, but we'll be back.
Better than ever.
It's a trap.